On behalf of Digitech, the DSLR category winner of the Still Life Abandoned Objects contest, Tushar Singh, will receive a Digitech Tripod DTR 500BH, and the smartphone category winner, Manish Srivastava, will receive a Digitech Ring Light TRL 18H. Congratulations. So, Vinod Babu Venkapalli is an independent photographer based in Hyderabad. He holds a post-graduation degree in environmental engineering and worked in a consulting firm before quitting his job to pursue photography. He was a part of the curatorial team for the 2015 and 2016 editions of the Indian Photography Festival. He was also a part of the jury for the World Street Photography Competition in 2018 for the Workers category. He is also a recipient of the Toto Photography Award 2019. Vinod, over to you.
Yeah, I would actually start thanking everyone who have applied for still life and abandoned objects. It was a wonderful experience to go through all the categories. I mean, both the categories, DSLR and smartphone, and I really had a very tough time to select the winner. And I myself took like 5 days with each of those five images, thinking which one to select and not. And I I actually didn't even consult my wife or anyone. I was just spending time with those 10 images because they were all so powerful. And I think I have to choose one. So in the end, I chose, but I think all of them are winners. And for me, it was very interesting to see the varied entries that have come in. And it was really nice how people have perceived the word still life and abandoned objects together. So I'll go ahead with the DSLR category mentions. Uh, this is from Sridhar from Madurai. I selected this image because of its surreality, and I really don't know where it is shot. It looks extremely bizarre. This little cloth or whatever it is on this beautiful tree, and even the structure of tree was very interesting, and it was one of the reasons why I've selected. It has a great tonal value, and it's this is one of the images that I like the most, and I thought this was the winner until I saw the last image, which was actually the winner. So it's this one is Sridhar's image, and this was Soumya Kanti Bhattacharya from Calcutta, and this is extremely beautiful because of the color, and I think the minimal use of color is so difficult. Whenever we do photography, we often end up mixing so many colors that it becomes chaotic, and this is a refrigerator, if I'm not wrong, and this beautiful chili just makes it so amazing. It's something like I would really buy a print of this. When I saw this picture, I was extremely happy, and this is a daily scene that I see in my own refrigerator. So this was one of the reasons why I selected this one, and yeah, this is Ratul Kumar Chaudhary. Uh, I don't know if this was taken during the COVID time or not, but this says so much about the present times that we are living in, and this is abandoning at its most. I can't see anyone for miles and miles, and it looks very bizarre, the entire setup. And I think his use of color is also brilliant, where again it's a monotone color, there's no chaos, it's just whites, grays, and little blue, very undersaturated, but it's extremely beautiful. uh, and this is Gautam Doshi from Mumbai. This is again a very beautiful image, and I selected this because of its the value, the photographic value. And it was very few images that stood out because of the rain and the flash that created this surreal mood. And also, there's something with the formations of the benches which interested me the most to select this image. I don't even know why they were put like this. Maybe it's because they don't want people to sit anymore. Then I can see few people at the backdrop. So this image poses a lot of questions. And I'm going to the next image, which is the last in the lot. This is by Tushar Singh, Bangalore. So when I was going through the lot, I actually saw this. Then I skipped. But when I came back again, I started. I mean, this image gave me a lot of questions, like where is this school? I can see Tamil alphabets. I hope it's Tamil. It's not Telugu for sure. Maybe Tamil or Kannada or Malayali font. But then I see this bizarre scene inside a classroom, which is just dumped. I don't know if it's post-cyclonic uh, effect, or I don't know what's happening here. So this image was one of the images that stood out the most to me because of the questions it poses. And I still can't figure out. I mean, I have to write to Tushar Singh Bengaluru and ask him what the actual reason is of the classroom being in this shape. I think this is a very powerful image because of its context. It's it's not about how he has taken it or not, but I think the context itself. And there are so many objects. If you see, like, the still life objects, there's so many objects. So this is one of my favorite images. So I'll move ahead to the smartphone category, where I've selected 5 images as mentions. This is Indranil Shelar from Mumbai. I don't know, this somehow feels like it's a screenshot from a movie. It's that beautiful. Again, the usage of color is so brilliant, and I don't know what that suitcase is doing at that space where I cannot even imagine a suitcase to be. And there's this beautiful light falling, and there's this shadows. It's a very I think he's a brilliant photographer. This is also apart from the chili. Maybe if there's one image that I would select to keep in my house, that will be Indranil Shelar's image. It's extremely beautiful. Uh, Farheen Fatima, Chandigarh. Uh, I got a lot of images of masks and gloves, but somehow this stood out for me. It's also because the way it's stuck to the road or the layer of surface, it's as if, like, it's like I'm not going from here anytime soon. That's the message that hit me when I saw it. And there's also few marks of maybe tires or maybe dust. It looks as if it's stuck to us, and it's also a beautiful image the way she has shot it. And yeah, and this is Kabir Rai, Mangaluru. I chose this image because of its color and formations. This initially, when I look at it, it looks like buildings, and then I see the man, and then I get the entire sense of it. The first shot was like, where is this shot in? And I really like the usage of his color. And Kabir's, I don't know, there's something very very magical about this image. This was actually one of the winners that I wanted to give, but then I saw that other image, then I had to shift to it. This is Kiran Kalani, Aurangabad. I also got a lot of images where there were abandoned photographs, but none of them had this value of ambiguity. And there's some white specks of dust. I don't know how he has created it, or was it there. And there's also this selective focus that he has used, which is just brilliant. It looks very poetic and magical, this entire image. And also its tonality, I think, is brilliant. And often when we take pictures of stuff that is lying on the roads, it's often like, you have a lot of stuff that is unwanted. I don't know how he has managed such a clean picture with that person. Uh, and this is Manish Srivatsava indoor. Um, I don't know, the I've seen this recent movie called Gamagar in movie, uh, which is about these this family and the relationship with home. And somehow the the image, I mean, the movie has a very haunting effect on me. And this image just reminds me of that, of there is some loss. I don't know if there is loss that the photographer wanted to show or what, but for me it connects to a loss. And this, I think, was one of the images that stood out the most for me. And again, it's monotone. I think I'm really drawn towards monotone colors, where there's no combination of many colors that create a lot of confusion in the viewer's brain. So this is monotone, I think, at its best. There's just everything is gray. And I was also thinking, like, maybe he could have composed it better and stuff, but I think this is the best image for me. And going to the winners page. So these are the winners for me, which really, really stood out. And this is Manish's image, which I just spoke about, and Tushar's image from Bengaluru. And I really have to thank Better Photography team for giving me this opportunity.